Welcome back, ballroom dance friends, to the home of all things ballroom dance. So I often hear my students kind of lament, oh, if I just would have started dancing sooner, I would have done so much better. And you know what? In a nutshell, this is a myth. And I'm going to break down today why that is. Okay, guys? Just because you start as a kid does not mean you're going to become a champion and dominate in competition. Just because you start literally as a senior citizen does not mean you cannot become an outstanding dancer or even win competitively, okay? This is a myth. So first of all, competition is divided not only by skill level, but by age. So if you are, for example, 80 years old, you are not going to be up on the floor against 20-year-old dancers. Just, even if you have better technical mastery of the dance, the dance sport judging community, the competition community recognizes that physically there is a difference. That's why they have an Olympics and a senior Olympics. Dance is no different. Okay. So don't worry about not looking like, that person you're worshiping on Dancing with the Stars, that pro. You're not going to be up against the floor with someone that dances and is athletically at that elite athlete level. Okay. It's also divided by skill. So you're not going to be up on the floor against an 80-year-old who started dancing when they were 6 years old. Okay. It's a very fair lineup where apples are compared to apples as best as they can divide those categories. Okay. Next up, most ballroom dancers start later in life. Okay. Now, those people you see on TV, did they all start as kids? Yes. But that is not the lion's share of the ballroom dance world. That is certainly not the lion's share of the competitive world. I'm broadcasting to you from the United States. I have not seen an empirical study on this, but I would say the average competitor is probably in their 50s or 60s. If I were painting a broad brush, obviously they come in all ages, okay? I had a student who was in his 90s, competed, did great. Okay, next myth. I guarantee your coach values and respects you and enjoys teaching you, very likely, just as much as they enjoy teaching young dancers. Okay? Frankly, I find dancers, the more mature and just more life experience they have, the less drama they bring to the table. If you're dealing with teens with younger couples in their 20, kind of get, I hate to say this, but kind of raging hormones involved. They don't have a fully cultivated prefrontal cortex with kind of emotional control, so they tend to fight more. And for me as a coach, this is very stressful. Okay. And honestly, I hate to admit this because I don't want to scare off. And I started and ran for many, many years the first and largest kids ballroom dance program in my state. So I'm not saying I hate teaching kids, but I can say it is very stressful. So many times the parents come to me grousing about the other family. It's hard to maintain these partnerships because they mature at different levels. You can have one year where the girl suddenly grows to be 8 inches taller than her partner. These things happen as they mature. I also find the parents to be extremely hypercritical of the other partner. Even worse than like a young amateur couple, where the parents will come to me like, he needs a new partner. She gained 10 pounds. Like, oh my gosh, well, your son now has acne. He didn't have that a year ago. That doesn't look great on the comp floor either. Just let them grow up. They're lucky to have a partner at all. So I found that to be quite stressful compared to more mature couples I've taught. I also enjoy hearing their life experiences, okay? So I'm just being honest here. I think some students feel, like, well, maybe I'm not dancing as physically well and learning as fast as that, 10-year-old couple. Probably. But that doesn't mean that I don't appreciate and love teaching you. Maybe even more than them, okay? Now, do younger dancers statistically learn faster due to their brain, the physical brain maturation process? Yes, usually. Also, honestly, I find it's due to a sense of they lack a lot of the self-consciousness that adults have. They'll see you do something and they'll just throw it down. You know what? They don't care if they look stupid. And I do find particularly when, once you get to those kind of teen years, it just can be very challenging learning because people are a little bit disabled by their own insecurities, which, hey, you have nothing to worry about. Hey, if a student falls down when they're practicing, it just means that they are trying super hard. So you know what? Every pro including your own teacher's fallen. If you're not sure, ask him. I'll bet money on that, and I'm not a betting man. So it's always okay to look what you think to be stupid. You don't look stupid. You're just trying hard, and it'll help you learn quickly, okay? I also find adults, and particularly retired adults, have a great asset in that they do not have all of these other life obligations, okay? They don't have kids that they need to drive around to soccer practice. Or even worse, they don't have 5 kids and one's in Campfire Girls, and this one's in volleyball, and this one's in Croatian basket weaving. Like, it can just be a lot, for parents to handle that. People in kind of that career working phase of their life, you have to hoe the field when it's ripe. So you have to work when you have to work. Dance can't always be the priority because that's paying for the dancing. They don't have that retirement. And I do find most retired couples that are dancing, have done well for themselves and have retired responsibly, okay? Adults are not always in that boat. Sometimes they have to take a break when they get a kid that goes into college. I'm broadcasting from the U.S. where we don't have a public, free collegiate education system. We have to pay often through the nose for that privilege. It's a good education, but it's not cheap. Even if you're in school, that's an obligation. You need to show up to class. You need to take 3 weeks off to study for your finals, etc. So I also find, with children, you have an additional hurdle where usually, at least in my country, they usually have siblings. And, one kid is really into dance sport and they're able to take lessons on these days. But suddenly the parent has to pull them out because the other kid's, basketball schedule interferes with the ballroom dance schedule of this other kid. So, you know what, guys? There are absolutely some assets, some benefits that'll help you learn faster when you are a more mature dancer, okay? That might come as a surprise to you. Oh my heavens. Now, once again, I am hitting my 10-minute mark, guys. And I have a lot more to share on this topic. I'm probably not going to post the follow-up tomorrow because you guys seem to watch and enjoy more when I spread them out a little bit. So I will hit another interesting ballroom dance topic tomorrow, but trust you me, I'm going to get back to this one because it is a total myth that if you start dancing, I don't care if you start dancing when you're 80, you can become a beautiful dancer that other dancers of all ages will admire, okay? So regardless of how bad you think you are, guarantee there's someone out there that wishes they could dance like you. Okay, so thank you for joining me today. And if you like all things ballroom dance, hey, hit that subscribe button. I post on almost every day. And we are a ballroom dance family around the world. We share the same joys. We have the same hurdles, and I love hearing your stories too, because I am just one person from one little, pinpoint on the world. And I love hearing if you have a different opinion or a different life experience in your ballroom dance life. Love to hear that. And our other friends here would too. So comment below, and I look forward to seeing you first thing in the morning. And happy dancing. Bye, friends.